on, guys? It's Smitty here, bringing y'all another video. It's Sunday and stuff, and I don't know, bro. My thoughts get to me. I try to put all of my emotions and everything at the end of the week, especially if I'm gonna be making a Sunday video or anything like that, or any video I make. I just always try to come up with something I want to talk about. And you know what? Today I'm gonna be talking about moving on. My question is, why is it so hard to move on? I feel like moving on is hard because you're not just letting go of a specific person or a situation. You are just letting go of the version of yourself that existed with it. I feel like your brain gets some type of patterns. Even if something wasn't good for you, it was familiar. And the brain loves being familiar. I hate new change. The worst part is about moving on from things is once you move on, you don't really go back to it. It's my reference, and same situation is, you have something you enjoyed doing for a long time, and then you're finally ready to move on. And it's not just about a person or anything like that. Specifically, my situation is people in general. I definitely should move on from people, especially from the dirt I get from them. Because, I'm not 100%, I'm not always a good person, but, people always do dirt on me, and, I keep them in my lives. But, I'm kind of tired of just, letting people stay in my life that don't deserve to be in there, So, I think it's just very hard for me to move on, specifically because I'm so stuck on the person that I feel like my life wouldn't be complete without that person. And that's why I struggle so much. Your heart doesn't move at the same speed as your mind. You can know you deserve better and still feel connected to what hurt you. Logic can walk away long before emotions catch up. And I do write things down. I have my computer right here next to me while I'm making this video and stuff. So I do write things down. That's just the way I like to talk in some of my videos and stuff too. It makes it seem more legit and everything. And I do want it to be legit. I love making these videos. I love making mental health stuff. This is just my thing. I've been doing it for so long, like I said. But not real stuff, guys. I just, moving on is definitely a struggle with mine. And, when a lot of people have come into your life and a lot of people leave your life, you kind of just move on from those things, and you have to readjust. You have to start doing different things, or start talking to new people and all those different things. And I think that's the hardest part about moving on from somebody, is you once had that connection with the person and it's not there anymore because you guys moved on from each other. And that's one of the one things that genuinely hurts the most. I wish I could find that peace. I wish I could find that, clarity in everything. I hate moving on from people. I've never been the type to move on from people, but there's been certain points in my life where I'm sure you guys could relate, that you needed to move on from something in order to grow from it and learn from it. But that's my way of moving on. It hurts moving on, really does, but sometimes you just got to do what benefits you at the end of the day and everything. And I hope you guys can take that word from me and that information, all that stuff. But even if moving on hurts, sometimes it's for the better. And just remember that there is better out there. There's better people. There's better things around you that you should look forward to with your life and everything. Because if somebody's dragging you down, you got to let go of that person. You got to move on from them. So I do love you guys a lot. Like I said, thank you guys for 17,200 subscribers. We getting closer and closer to 20K. So, keep subscribing, sharing my videos and everything, guys. I really do appreciate it a lot. The support just means so much to me. So I do love you guys a lot, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.